Hello and welcome to Secret Shaman Oracles and to a positive timeline anchor and activation reading by your specific Sun Zodiac Sign. And the reason why I say your specific Sun sign is because I normally channel your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. However, I felt inspired just to set the intention with your Sun sign. And you can find your Sun Zodiac Sign time-stamped in the description part of this video to quickly access your specific Sun sign reading, okay? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna find out what has anchored, what has activated or is activating, what Spirit wants you to know now. So in no particular order, let's begin with Aries. Okay, Aries, let's find out what has anchored for you in this new timeline when you receive this video. What has anchored for Aries? You're also going to have some surprises in this new timeline. And one of the surprises, and you may already be sensing and feeling this, is some type of fairness being bestowed onto you without you having to seek it, search it. So, you know, in a way, yes, it's effortless. And what has anchored is a timeline of peace returning. You may have given all of your energy, your emotion, your mind, your frustration, all of that to something that felt like it was just working against you. And what has anchored is fairness, ownership of peace, sovereignty, knowing that no matter what you've had to weather, you have been reinforced with more grace and protection. So I see that what has anchored in this timeline is not only your peace returning, but your hard work, your perseverance, showing up in tangible forms, but also don't discount, more time to relax, to settle into yourself, to feel more peace. Now, a side note, this says, your tears have been enough. Peace is returning. Something has been enough. Now it's the return. Isn't that nice, Aries? All right, so Aries, let's find out what has activated or is currently activating. Now, Aries, I'm just going to put out this zodiac signs when I see them, so just take it how you want to, and if you don't care about it, don't worry, but I sense air sign coming through, specifically Libra. Okay, so we have Gemini and Aquarius with with Libra. All right, so we're finding out what has activated. We know that this is anchored. With this comes activation. Okay, you know what? Okay, and this card is saying peekaboo. This is going to be a bonus just because it keeps nudging at me, okay? But let's go back to this card over here. What has activated for you is not only what we talked about with this, the anchor card of being reinforced with more protection, grace, more time to do what you want. And I guess what I want to say is more time to settle into yourself, feeling more at home. And the reason why, Aries, is because you went through some type of powerful transmission. And the reason why I say transmission is because you were receiving so much reinforcement on the other side, from your higher self, from the cosmos, from the heavens here. And you don't see it, you don't taste it, you don't smell it, you're a channel for it. So while you were being upgraded, and that's exactly what this is let's just say it, you've upgraded, you've come into a place where you've activated upgrade. So you're currently experiencing upgrading, which I'm going to point this out, Aries, because I've been feeling it myself, is giving into rest more, because you are going through an energetic upgrade, which also causes your nervous system, your physical body to also feel a little bit tired, okay? So yes, you've been processing a lot. So this is what's activating is your upgrade. And when I say your upgrade, I'm talking about your upgrade with creativity, with insight, with your ability to effortlessly, or maybe I should say in a way where it just feels like you're not doubting yourself about your intuition, what's been awakening within you. And with that comes great responsibility. I use the word sovereign, I felt, with that card that anchored here, what has anchored. And what I get with that sovereign or sovereignty is also this ability to collect yourself, your energies, where you are more attuned and aware of what's yours and what's not yours, what you're absorbing and what you, or I should say, having your boundaries in place, right? So that you're not absorbing what is not meant for you to absorb. Because what you've done is you've broken some type of old karmic timeline. And I say karmic only because you're done with it. You've outgrown it. You've outwit it. You surpassed it. So this is your initiation, your activation of your upgrade, spiritually and materially. Now, Spirit is also saying that you are in this place of really discerning when to utilize your spiritual antennas and when to turn them off without feeling the need to always have them on, per se. Okay, so it says spiritual antennas off, your soul light still on, and you know that. You know when to stay in integrity here. And that's exactly what's activating is soul integrity. You're getting strong when it comes to this sense of a reboot or getting, that upgrade, a system upgrade. This is a little bonus card. Let's take a look at this. Okay. We're talking about transition. This is, oh my God, this is your card of transition. You're not alone in this either. There may be a young person or a child involved in something when it comes to feeling guided. Now, if a child's not involved, that there's just this energy of innocence at play. And that's exactly what Spirit wants you to surrender to. This is what you've activated, right? We talked about your upgrade, which means you're moving into that peace, that tranquility. Now, if you notice, we've got the wavy, rough waters, but over here, you've got the peaceful, calm waters. That's where you're headed. See, you're in between here, but you know where you're headed. Now, you don't have to worry too much about the future because Spirit has your back. A guardian angel is watching over you. And, Aries, we're talking about this thing of grace. What's activated is also being able to let Spirit steer for you and have confidence in that. All right, now let's find out, and we do have air signs showing up, by the way. Okay, so let's go ahead and close this by finding out what Spirit wants you to know right now, Aries, okay? And I love that you got the number 6 here. 6 is all about harmony, balance. Okay, Aries, what Spirit wants you to know is it's okay to process things at a pace that you can digest. And you don't need to overload your system. See, we're talking about this upgrade, about you maybe absolutely feeling overwhelmed, right? Because you've been processing things not only physically in your 3D reality, but also energetically, mentally, emotionally, right? Spiritually. So right now, Spirit is saying, and we do have more air sign, by the way, come through. Spirit is saying, don't feel like you have to overwhelm yourself with too much information at one time, right? That helps Spirit steer you. When we keep our mind clear, our heart open, you're able to allow Spirit to steer and take over. You've done enough, is what Spirit says, and you're also enough. You're worthy of allowing Spirit to steer for you. Okay, Aries, now I hope that this was helpful. Love and light. Take care. Hello there, Leo. Let's find out first what has anchored in this timeline when you receive these messages. All right. Ooh, you may have anchored not only sacred energy in a sacred new timeline, but there actually may be something tangible that you have anchored. So I feel that is going towards your finances, your other long-term investments, but most importantly, your foundation. So guess what, Leo? You have anchored in this timeline a time to hold power like you've never held it before. And not in a way where it is coming from, the ego or anything like that. This is a healthy sense of standing proud, being proud of what you've claimed. You've claimed this timeline as yours. Independent, but yet not separate from what, is important for you, right? Because we also have to deal with others, right? Because others are a part of the whole. Now, there's a side note here that says, precious one, your time holds power. And what I get is this whole sense of you knowing when it is time to be in a place of urgency, not where you are frantic, but preparing for what is being summoned. Because you're holding the energy in this timeline of the magician, where you understand how precious your time, your energy, what you've been spending out and what is being returned. You're very discerning of that, and you're harnessing more of this power. So embrace this sense of claiming or reclaiming, gathering even more power and precious items that are sacred for you that also hold power. So yes, I just get this thing of you gathering, sacred, tangible items that hold no price for you, because those precious items are solidifying and mirroring your growth, and also holds keys and activation. So this is a great time of you noticing and witnessing that you're anchoring abilities to manifest quickly, or let's just say in a more graceful, precise way. Now, let's continue and find out what has activated with this anchoring timeline, or I should say what is activated or what is activating for you. So we've got this anchor, which is really important. Your power, your time, your resources. Because I see this thing about great accountability, where you are really focused on that. Not in a way, It's in a way where you are understanding more about what's going out, what's coming in. So let's find out what's activating or what has activated. See, my goodness, speak, the universe hears. Telling you, this is more about that magician power. Speaking things into existence, Leo. Be proud of what you have discovered, what you have anchored, because it is something ancient and wise that you've been encoded with. So you may feel and may think that some things are your ideas, but they're not necessarily just yours alone. They do have some type of connection to a higher power, to the ancient ones. But yes, you are in a place of activating things into existence. When you speak, the universe really hears you loud and clear because you have upgraded your frequency. And this is why you're going to notice more of yourself being in a place of holding power instead of feeling like you're losing that. Speak things into existence. The universe literally stops. Or let's say this, you're coming into more of noticing how the universe is yielding to you. What a powerful place for this timeline for you. Now let's find out, Leo, what Spirit's guidance for you right now. What is Spirit's guidance for Leo? Let the truth unfold. Its purpose will become clear. I also wanted to bring up some zodiac signs that I'm picking up too. Fire sign, Leo, you, Aries and Sagittarius, and also air sign. I would say a little bit of water, Scorpio, if that's the case. But anyhow, take those zodiac signs how you want to. Don't worry if you don't care. Spirit just wants you to surrender to having fun with the ability of speaking and also getting response, right? Or responses, which means you also have to have patience, right? And this is why I just feel you have claimed some new territory when it comes to your own powers. So right now, let the truth unfold. Whatever happened, happened, and there is a great and grander purpose because its purpose will become clear. It will give you the confirmation because you already sense the truth, but this will be the closure or the solidification, or should I say the crystallization of clarity and being clear. All right, I hope that was helpful for you. Love and light. Hello there, Sagittarius. Let's go ahead and find out for you, Sagittarius, what positive timeline that has anchored and activated for you. And also we'll get guidance from Spirit as well. So Sagittarius, let's find out what has anchored for you in this timeline when you receive these messages. Oh, look at this. This one wants to come right on out. Ooh, the ability to see. The ability to not only see another way, but also to strategize. There may be something going on where you are finding out what is truly yours. What is the true way for you? Not necessarily for others, but you are perceiving something true here. Okay, because it's almost like you're decoding things that are hidden from others, but they're not for you. And that is a reason why. Because in this timeline, you have activated things that are encoded in you to receive clear perception. The ability to know also when, you know, things or people may not be so right. But you've got some type of intelligence here that is a spiritual type of intelligence, that is a gift that you're going to be utilizing in this timeline. Something that has anchored here. Also, this is your timeline of taking what is rightfully yours and knowing so. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. There's no negotiating that. Air sign is coming through: Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You also may be in a place where you are satisfied with separating yourself or your identity or something here with maybe the mass, peers, you know, maybe it's close ones. So just take that how it resonates. Now let's continue and find out not only what has anchored here, some type of ability to see something that is true and wise for you in a special way, but let's find out what has either activated or currently activating in this timeline for you, Sagittarius. It's like your instincts also have come into a place of heightened sensitivity in a way where it is working for you, knowing when to make the right moves. What is activating for Sagittarius? Or activated? Let's see. See your power. A time where you are knowing what is rightfully yours. What's activating is not only more energy, but receiving precious items. See, this is interesting. These swords are you claiming what is yours, rightfully so. Not in a way where it's, you know, deceitful at all, because, you know, in the Seven of Swords, this card could look or be a card of deceit, but we're talking about positive things that you have anchored here. And that is also a positive thing, is the ability to see when things aren't right, so that we aren't having to play around with it. And that's exactly what's activated in you, and it's only getting stronger, where you are taking more of your time back, reclaiming what is yours, right? Especially when you felt like you were at a loss or losing. Retrieving. You've activated this retrieval of some type of return of peace, return of goods, return of sacred items that you will know, because it is encoded into you to know. What you seek is also seeking you. This is actually a magical time. You're also getting more powerful when it comes to not allowing your mind to wander off, or allow your mind to be yanked by another's energy either. That's more power to you, because you're in this timeline of summoning things that are important and sacred for you. Now, let's end this reading with finding out what Spirit wants you to know right now, at this time. Spirit's guidance for you. Right now, Spirit says, don't worry about having to, you know, maybe take others with you, right? You taking what's rightfully yours, your time, your energy, your resources, because Spirit is saying, you know, some don't want, you know, the light, the truth. Ooh, so they may run off. Let that bring you clarity about their intentions. But just know that some don't want the light, and you don't have to drag them, because Spirit is steering, Spirit is showing you something else, something different, something, and perhaps maybe someone that will be of your priority. This is why you're not anchoring in their energies. You're in a precious time because Spirit is holding you in a very favorable timeline. So this is really important to also take care of your own energy. If you're feeling a little tired or burnt out, listen to the wisdom of your own body too. Okay, so I hope that this was helpful. Love and light. Take care. Hello there, Scorpio. Let's find out for you what has anchored for you in this timeline. And this is for Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, what has anchored for you in this timeline when you receive these messages? Oh my, okay, wonderful. You have really secured something here, especially when it comes to, you know, feeling that you do deserve more time, more beautiful things to have, to create, to give, to nourish, a time where you are honoring healthy boundaries, and perhaps a time where you are seeing past investments paying off. Because you're sitting at the Queen of Pentacles here, which is a queen, whether you're male or female, that has the ability to manifest the good things in life, to feel comfortable in life. And not only comfortable, but perhaps also in a place with aligning with someone too that brings sacred comfort. I'm seeing an overall good checkups here, you know, for your health, your money, your relationships, because something has really turned into pure gold. You've anchored tangible gifts here for the long term, Scorpio. And with the Queen of Pentacles, we do have Earth sign coming through. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So take that how it resonates for you. Don't worry if you don't care. I just like to put it out there. And we're just talking about this anchor. I just can't see a better energy here to have anchored when it comes to feeling solid, grounded, securing something for yourself and for others. Take that how it resonates for the long term. All right, now let's see what has activated or is currently activating for you right now. Give in to creativity and your passions. I'm pointing to the rabbit there. There may be something here too with securing something solid within yourself when it comes to, and not only with yourself, but, you know, take it if it resonates with another when it comes to, you know, feeling more confident with intimacy here at a more, I don't know, creative, sensual level. Not saying that the past wasn't like that. You were meant to be heard. Yeah, because you're sitting solid here. Oh, it's like, you know, you've had to go through the process of maybe feeling burned in life, right? But somehow, some way, you took that energy and, excuse me, and turned it into something pure and better. What is activated and continuing to activate is self-expression, being heard, being respected. Because you do know a thing or two here, right? You have proof. And that's what it is. Ooh, you have anchored tangible proof. Get ready to receive in this timeline. Share your knowledge, share your wisdom, or speak when you feel like it, right? Because the Queen of Pentacles, I did say the Queen of Manifestation. I don't know if I said that, but speaking things into existence, being heard, being acknowledged. And not only that, having response, answers. This is a great place to be when it comes to feeling far more powerful. Now let's find out what Spirit's guidance for you right now is. Oh, don't worry about others right now. Just worry about yourself. And don't feel guilty. Just take that how it resonates. Because Spirit is saying, you know, this is a time where you are nourishing things that matter and also opening yourself up to the new timeline where it's not a drag on your energy. It's nourishing for your energy. So things are not only responding to you, they're coming back. So Spirit is saying some don't want the light. You don't drag them. You know, you don't need to feel like you have to be responsible for another or others' enlightenment, truth. Spirit says, you know how to navigate yourself. And you're coming into a place of great respect. Now, I hope this was helpful for you. Love and light. Take care. Hello there, Pisces. Let's go ahead and find out what has anchored for you in this timeline when you receive these messages for Pisces. And remember, we're going by sun sign only. All right, Pisces, what has anchored for you in this timeline is love. Knowing, feeling, giving love. You've anchored some type of solid relationship, or you're about to. So I would say that there may be a side message here about not giving up on love, right? Because love has not given up on you. So you've anchored love. Now it's like coming up for air. And you're coming into this timeline right now where you've anchored feeling supported, not alone, feeling playful, feeling far more energetically and emotionally aligned with another and others. Because it's not just about maybe one specific relationship. It is about, you know, family, friends, others. Just take what resonates for you. So you've anchored love and a soulmate here. Now that doesn't mean, you know, we have possession, right? Because everything should be cherished and treasured, because we truly don't have, you know, guarantees in life. But what you're guaranteed of is always being surrounded by love. Water sign is coming through, so just take that how it resonates. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Now, I'm going to read this, so just, take what resonates for you. A relationship you cherish can be healed. Allow me to clear the way for forgiveness so that love can thrive again. And that me is your guardian angel. Specifically, Archangel Michael. But yes, you also have other guardian angels and loved ones looking after you. Now, don't give up. Seeing this fulfillment through completion. All right, now let's find out what has activated or activating currently for you in this timeline. You're going to be connecting the dots too. Okay, something is going to start to make real sense here when it comes to, how relationships have evolved, coming, going, the ending, the beginnings, the, continuation, whatever it is. All right, so let's see. Ooh, I like this. Now remember, this is positive, okay? But it does say protect your light, for envy may surround you. What is really truly surrounding you is knowing that you are wrapped in love. See all of that water. I see you as, like you and another here, as dolphin spirit. Now that water is also your shield, your protection of energy. So as long as you don't give too much into the triggers of others, you're going to be just fine, because you're not meant to dim your light. You're not here to make others comfortable, right? Because there's something going on with recognition where it may even have burnt your energy out to have to make others comfortable. So Pisces, I see an energy that you have activated some type of great independence here apart from others, which is really important. So something has crystallized and solidified, and you're meant to come into this support system because you have activated a dream come true here. Seeing something for the long term be realized for yourself. Now I get earth sign coming through, Pisces, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Now how you can protect your light is just knowing your own truth. Your truth stands out, and it is meant to stand out because you're just the proof. Okay, now before we end this, let's find out what is Spirit's guidance for you right now, Pisces. Spirit's guidance to you is to give to what you want to give, but give up on what you know is taxing on your own energy. And you'll know by how you're responding and reacting to someone. So this is interesting because Spirit is saying you've got to protect your emotional space from the greedy and entitled, because you have claimed what's rightfully yours. You're standing out distinct and unique. And Spirit wants you to know that there's a past energy here where they may feel that they have access to you. And it's okay to say no. It is definitely okay to say no. All right, Pisces, I hope that this was helpful. Love and light. Take care. Hello there, Cancer. Let's find out what has anchored for you in this timeline now when you receive these messages. What is anchored for Cancer? Oh, Cancer, you are in a timeline where you are going to be able to observe and play in two timelines at once. Now, this isn't anything mystical or supernatural. There's something about an old timeline coming in. It's like a bridge. There's a bridging and you're the bridge. So it's like an old ancient timeline that is merging with a new timeline to create something that is new yet familiar. Okay? New yet familiar. So there are going to be new things surfacing that you've anchored that will be new yet familiar. Your soul just has a knowing that these things, people, knowledge is yours. You've done a completion. So what you've anchored is a bridging of two timelines that you get to play in. So I want you to just notice that word, play. All right, so I get a little bit of earth sign and fire sign coming through. So just take that how it resonates for you. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. Now let's find out, Cancer, what has activated or is activating currently right now for you? What has activated for Cancer? It's getting real is what Spirit is saying. Oh, you've activated great qualities during this time of emerging. Not only are you like bridging these two timelines, you are activating, because there's something about this being a continuation of being on the rise here. You've activated what is rightfully yours. Now look at those words. You were chosen to lead. Trust your power. You were. See, I told you something about a past timeline and a new timeline merging. It's like you're bringing something ancient, known and wise, but with a modern look, a modern twist. Now I get fire sign coming through strongly, okay? You might even be attracting someone too into your reality, your new reality that may have fire placements too, okay? So just take that if it resonates. Anyhow, with the fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you've activated leadership qualities. So you have been encoded with this ability to take and claim an area of expertise that you may not have words for, but you just know because it has activated within you something old in your bones, leaving a trail of a great, how do I say this? You're leaving like a beautiful legacy trail behind of some type of truth. All right, so Cancer, let's find out. Oh, I'm just going to point out one thing too. Well, we're going to find out Spirit's guidance anyway. So let me see. What is Spirit's guidance right now for Cancer? because this is going to tie in with guidance that I can see with these two cards too, is just keep holding or keep noticing and being really in tuned and aware of extremes right now. You don't want to sway one way or the other. You're just kind of, you're holding a space right now. Okay, let's find out what Spirit's guidance for you right now for Cancer. I was just talking about being in tuned and aware of the extremities. Also, Spirit is saying that you're turning the new chapter, you're turning a new page as you maintain, you know, this sense of integrity here. Yes, you were chosen to lead too when it comes to knowing your own sensitivities, being mindful of the cycles that drain rather than nourish you, because Spirit wants you to keep embracing being unapologetic about something here that you are inheriting when it comes to some type of divine royalty, which means you're also inheriting the ability to conquer or outrun or outwit energies, people, or even oneself that may, you know, try to distract you with fear, obligations, the have-tos. So Spirit is just saying, just be mindful and take care of yourself. Take good care of yourself, because you're merging into a timeline where you are opening up to these energies that will nourish you too, because you deserve it. Every great leader does. So take that leader how you want to, right? Because you're taking the lead in this anyhow. So I hope that this was helpful. Love and light. Take care. Hello there, Aquarius. Let's find out what has anchored for you in this timeline when you receive these messages. Okay, it's right there, Aquarius. All right. And I love it because it's like this fast moving energy. And so that's exactly what you are receiving. You have anchored a surge of creative abilities. And yes, you're being called to just respond to what it is that you're sensing, feeling. Perhaps there has been an opportunity that has already presented itself. Now, I do get fire sign energy coming through, Aquarius, so just take that how it resonates for you. We have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You are in this place of anchoring more trust and guidance when it comes to these brilliant, innovative ideas, possibilities. And this is also what you've become. There's a new archetype that you have anchored in this timeline. So you're the forerunner in something that you may just as well inspire others to follow. It's like you are burning a path, whether, you know, you realize it or not. And it's not that you're responsible for others, okay? But yeah, you're in a place of being a fearless creator with the new archetype that you have anchored in this timeline. Now I'm going to read these cards, so take what resonates. Archangel Uriel has blessed you with a brilliant epiphany. I am also present to clear away your worries so that you can trust your divine guidance. That is Archangel Michael coming through, and also air sign is coming through as well. So just so that you know that. Archangel Gabriel joins me to spark your creativity. help you communicate your vision and motivate you to create something beautiful. You've been chosen to weave some type of beautiful dream vision into reality. You've already started, Spirit said. This is what you've done. You've already anchored this energy. Ooh. Okay, so let's see what has activated or is currently activating for you right now in this timeline. And I already know it's that there's a surge of creativity going on with you, because you have put more trust in your capabilities here. And let's just acknowledge something too, Aquarius, that yes, you have broken out of, or maybe let's just say broken out of, or did not fall for a limitation. What is activating for Aquarius? I love this. You're ready for more. More expansion here. More resources and support coming your way. You're ready for more. Your career or your path of projects, personal pursuits, take what resonates. It's growing and blossoming. Now is a time to make the changes you've been contemplating, because you've activated receiving more. You really are on a road of, you know what I'm getting? It's almost like, it almost feels like you're recovering something that you've already mastered. Oh my goodness. This time, there's just no way. You've already come to a place of completing something. 80 to 90%. So you're activating more things coming your way that's going to help you feel that you are powering up, having more influence, money, resources, whatever you need to get things moving along. Okay, Aquarius, let's find out what is Spirit's guidance for you currently right now as well in this timeline. See, it's funny because I was sensing this, your future self. It's like you've really caught up to your future self. Oh, that's kind of beautiful. Okay, let's see what Spirit's guidance for you. You're being called beyond the usual to create anew. And that's exactly what you're doing. You remember when I said, and I felt like I said this, to acknowledge that you have broken some type of limitation. So Spirit is saying that there may be something that might try to yank you back into maybe an old way, maybe an old worry, stress, fear. But no more of that. You've already partnered up with Source, with Spirit. So don't get distracted here. Spirit is saying, pay attention to what's starting to pop up. Now, if something did not go your way, Spirit says, just don't focus on that. Just focus on what is appearing right now, or what you're feeling excited, or what you're about to feel excited about. You know, some type of new passion, creativity, some type of new endeavor here. All right. I hope that was helpful for you. Love and light. Hello there, Gemini, and welcome. Let's find out what has anchored for you in this timeline when you receive these messages. All right, Gemini, let's find out for you. Nice, Gemini, you are in a place where you have already magnetized some idea, some opportunity, and Spirit wants you to continue to trust the guidance that you're receiving. So you have anchored more trust in your resources, and the resources becoming available for you to see some type of idea vision come true, because yes, you are getting clarity about this and you're getting like backup. So I get this thing where you are receiving your backup. Something that, you know, whether you felt like this was left for you, or in a sense, it's almost like your future self has already prepared something for you. And that future self is, connected to source, connected to the higher realms, right? The creator of all creator. And you've tapped into this wise ability. So Spirit is saying, you have come into the alchemist in a more upgraded form here. So get ready to maybe even blow your own mind, Gemini. So yes, you're in a place of receiving more guidance, which also means that people, resources start showing up as long as you just maintain that vision. Don't let any fear or overthinking get in the way either, okay? So let's see, Gemini, what has activated or maybe currently activating for you in this timeline with what you've anchored. True guidance. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I read this. So I'm going to read this and take what resonates. Archangel Uriel has blessed you with a brilliant epiphany. I am also present to clear away your worries so you can trust your divine guidance. That's Archangel Michael coming through. So you've already anchored the support systems in the spiritual realm that you need, and of course in the material, and more is showing up for you. So what, oh, look at that. Look at this. Ooh, what's activated is the propelling of something that is dear to your heart. It's like your heart is holding a vision, and there's like no comparison with this vision of what you are creating here and where it's going. Notice the word trust. I mean, it's coming out twice. Look, trust the guidance you're receiving. That's exactly what you've anchored. And what's activated is this enhancement of being able to follow and trust your heart more than what your mind or what logic tries to tell you, because there are just some things that can't be explained. So you've activated this ability to emotionally navigate yourself in safe waters. And this is what Spirit is doing, holding you in this place of safety. You're in the safety net. Trust this now. And trust that you're meant to open and experience something profound when it comes to what matters to your heart the most. Your heart has activated and is steering now. Your heart is the compass. Now let's see what Spirit's guidance for you right now. What is Spirit's guidance for Gemini? Gemini, you are going to be like leaving your like mark, or you're like marking your territory in some type of field or something here. And Spirit is saying, don't get distracted here and don't worry. Just stay focused, because yes, you are being called beyond the usual, something that is not maybe normal or ordinary, because this is the other thing. These things that are coming towards you and what you're trusting, again, there's no way of explaining this, nor do you have to. So you're being called beyond the usual to create anew. So Spirit is saying, there may be something that may try to yank at you, but remember where you're anchored here. Remember, you're held in this safety net to give into what you're inspired by and what sets your heart on fire too, because you've already ignited something that your heart is already propelling, creating. So don't give up on something either, Gemini. Stay strong here, because you've got this capability of going out of the ordinary and doing something and experiencing something extraordinary. I hope that this was helpful. Love and light. Take care. Hello there, Libra, and welcome. Let's find out what has anchored for you in this timeline when these messages arrive for you. For Libra. Oh, Libra, I like what I see. Libra, oh my goodness, you've anchored some type of new blessing, but I should say blessings, because where there's one, there's more. So you've anchored some type of totally brand new experience with blessings, gifts, arrivals. A new blessing arrives because you chose a new way. You've broken out of some type of karmic loop or pattern, maybe something that just, for you, it just felt like it was a stuck situation. And because you took a different route and you didn't fall for something, or maybe you let go of something here, whatever it was, a new blessing arrives. So you've anchored new gifts. Let's see what has activated or is activating currently with this new timeline. And of course, it's going to be connected to this new blessing. But remember what I said, where there's one, there's more. What has activated for Libra? Okay, Libra, you have and you will experience things that will seem like it's tailored for you. Things that just kind of pop up and speak to you that you notice. New items. Maybe even an increase in money, someone, knowledge, things that will help support something that Spirit is saying that you're going to, it's like you're taking this blessing and turning it into the many blessings. You're being called beyond the usual to create anew. So you've activated great determination, focus, and the ability to be the container, Libra, for Spirit to work through you like magic. Because I get magician energy is really strong right now. So it's like you've stepped into a upgrade or a newer archetype of the magician, which isn't about having power over anything or anyone. It's about utilizing power in the way that gives you the most benefit, that produces results in a precise way, but that does not mean, that it's going to be in the way that you think it is, but it will be precise because your soul will be singing with it. It'll be singing happily with what it has already been magnetizing. This is a time where you've activated your magnetic era. Oh, I like that. So get ready for, again, things to just kind of pop out to you. those are for you. Now, Libra, let's find out what Spirit's guidance for you is right now. What is the guidance for Libra? Oh, there's a couple here. Libra, Spirit is saying the guidance right now is to just hold that space, hold that container. You're not seeking anything. And in fact, what is already on its way will make itself available and apparent. All you got to do is recognize it and allow it to speak to you. It's like things, it's like this. It's like you're calling forth these things to experience, to create, but in a way where it's like you're allowing it to speak to you and how it wants to be created. But nonetheless, it's something that is for you. Now this says, forged in spirit, you're a warrior of light. Yes, you are. Spirit says, don't give up. There's some type of unfulfilled promise that is making its way to you. This is why it's important to hold the light and to remember that you're not here to always make others comfortable, because it's not about making others comfortable. It's about you standing in this place of rightful ownership of your own truth. You get fire sign coming through. You're burning away negative energies. You're burning away things that have been or try to be, some type of loop. You are aware of things that are toxic. See, this is why Spirit is saying, just hold this place, hold this container of light. That's all you got to do, because this is what's burning away the negative energies that may be, swarming around you, or that you might be picking up. But the other thing too is that there may be something that's trying to, tempt you, okay? Because there's always two paths here. And Spirit is saying, don't let something or anyone get too comfortable with trying to, and I don't want to say trying, but like outshine you in a sense here. Now this says, be aware the situation is turning toxic. So just be aware of, negative things, negative people. And that's all you got to do. Because what is rightfully yours, you've already anchored. Now you just wait for it to arrive. And then you'll know exactly what you want to do with it, because you have the ability to allow it to speak to you. I hope that this was helpful. Love and light. Take care. Hello there, Taurus. Let's find out what has anchored for you in this timeline when you receive these messages. And this is for Taurus. All right, Taurus, let's see. Embrace your life purpose. Oh, this is wonderful. And yes, you can count on absolutely seeing signs that are pointing the way, or just giving you that confirmation that you need, that you are really embracing something very purposeful for your life right now. And of course, you are enhancing your ability to get and attain great enlightenment, because this is your right. You are honoring some type of place right now where you are embracing not only your life purpose, but the heir to what is rightfully yours. Heaven is telling you, and Archangel Michael specifically is saying that I am guiding you towards your divine life purpose. Whatever makes your heart joyful is what you're meant to be doing. It's not all about the hard way all the time. It's about following that joy, which you have done lovely here in the midst of things or others being a little bit strange. I know. So you've anchored a new ability, a new spiritual eye as well. Trust that. And look at this. We're talking about things being anchored, and here's this light. It's like knowing when to step into that light and knowing when to be out of the light so that you can study or prepare, witness what you need to. You've really made some type of union here, Taurus. So let's find out what has activated or currently activating right now in this timeline with your embracing life purpose. More honesty when it comes to when we need to step in that light or out of that light. Having respect for yourself, your vessel. You know, treating things and yourself sacred. So let's see, it says be honest with yourself. Yes, you've activated complete honesty here of what you can handle and what you can't, right? And also who deserves your time and energy and what you're worthy of. Because there's something that dissolved here when it came to maybe feeling behind or maybe feeling unworthy of. But that's not playing out. So all your feelings, even the difficult ones, have a message for you. Accept your truth. Then let Source take it from there. And it's, look at this, we even have a quill here. We're writing things down because what's activating is a time of great reflection, honest downloads. That is your truth. It's like you're signing this sense of a new contract in life, a new lease on life. What is negotiable and what's not negotiable or non-negotiable. Speaking of a contract here, there's a new soul contract that has activated. So you've aligned with not only a truth about your purpose and about really what's going on or has gone on when it comes to a time period of reflection. By the way, the stars are just all lining up here. Look at that. Someone new is coming. An important new relationship is on the horizon. Open your mind and heart so that happiness can enter your life, of course, and it brings you peace. Because you've dissolved something old and you're entering a time where things are stable, peaceful, good. Now, before we end, let's find out what is Spirit's guidance for you, Taurus. And Taurus, I do get water sign coming through and also even your own zodiac sign, but earth sign, right? So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and also Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So just take that how it resonates. What is Spirit's guidance for Taurus? The wait ripens into a beautiful blessing. Your past investments too, Taurus, will show you that you've done a job well done. Make sure you are taking the time to rest. And also embrace something new, right? Because it's like you may need to get ready You know, instead of worrying whether or not you've done the right thing, or are your past, are your past investments paying off, right? Your money, your energy, wherever you've been tending to. It's all going to ripen at the most beautiful time for you. And you've done a great job when it comes to where you've been putting your energy. Earth signs coming through with the Seven of Pentacles. So I hope that was helpful for you. Love and light. Take care. Hello there, Virgo. Let's find out what has anchored for you in this timeline now when you receive these messages. And this is for Virgo. All right. Virgo, you have anchored great initiation when it comes to insights that are not only leading you in the right direction, but it also may have the ability to lead others in the right direction. So just take that how it resonates. But you've anchored something when it comes to not being caught up in something that is unfavorable. So yes, you're witnessing some type of divine protection right now. And Spirit is saying that you've anchored deeper insights. And more insights are at hand. And you're meant to be in this place of receiving without guilt. And I'm just saying that because there may be something where you have either witnessed, yourself or family members or friends or others where it was hard for them to receive fully without over-explaining or apologizing. And, not saying that that's what you do, but you're in control now. Okay, so your overall plan is good, but the details need work. Reflect more before moving forward. So you've anchored this ability that you don't have to rush. You can proceed in a way that is not too slow, but in control at a pace that's comfortable for you. So I get earth sign coming through and a little bit of water sign, actually, Virgo. So just take that how it resonates. So we have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. You've anchored something strong when it comes to what a tried and true way. So just trust that. Now let's find out what has activated or currently activating in this timeline. With what has anchored here. And I'm just seeing this thing about deeper, right? It's like you're being rooted even deeper. What has activated? Ooh. This is a time of great unfoldment with your destiny. You're in a sacred process of self-actualization. See, this is why you don't need to rush anything. So don't feel the need to rush or pursue anything or anyone if it feels like it's just too fast. Because you are meant to enjoy your rise and enjoy your ride in life. I mean, it's like you're riding this horse, and think of this horse as spirit, as life carrying you, and you get to enjoy it because you're in more of control here. And that's the difference. Not to say that you weren't in control, but you're fine-tuning some type of polarities here. And because of that, you've either restructured or you're structuring something that Spirit is saying, yes, this is favorable. You're tuning in. You're fine-tuning something here. And you've activated something beautiful when it comes to your own soul's blossoming. So you've got layers upon layers that are making itself available for you, which means there's like a new, like you're lining up to like maybe like a new role in life, maybe a new identity, or embracing a new identity. And it's not like you're, you know, having to change it. It's just you're becoming more of something that you were always destined to become. So be proud of where you're at. Be proud that you've activated a sacred process of allowing yourself to blossom right where you're at. Now let's find out what Spirit's guidance for you is. And you may be drawn to the color blue too. Blue is connected to the throat chakra, which is also connected to your ability to communicate and your self-expression here. Oh, let it go. Yeah, okay, no problem. This situation no longer serves you, so allow me to sever your energetic connections to the past so you can embrace the future. It's like you're no longer allowing access or or even being at the entrance of an old past timeline, past connections, because this is the thing. Really what you've done here too, Virgo, is you've activated destiny level gifts and destiny level souls. So there's new prospects, gifts, new souls aligned with you in the future. In the meantime, Spirit is saying you've got guardian angels, ancestors. Heaven is helping you sever energetic connections. Because remember, we talked about this whole thing about that deeper insight where you're not stuck in some type of loop. So be proud of that. I hope that this was helpful. Love and light. Take care. Hello there, Capricorn. Let's find out what has anchored for you in this timeline now. Ooh, there it is when you receive these messages, Capricorn. Oh, new perception and the ability to observe something in a way where it's not rushed. So you've anchored the ability to be in a place of truth, be in a place of peace, and knowing something that is right, you know, without having to really prove yourself. So you've anchored this ability to see something here that only you are meant to see. So let's get a little bit more with the Page of Swords here about what you've anchored, because it is some type of truth, an ability here to see something in a whole new way. Oh, there's a, see, we're seeing something in a whole new way. Being able to prioritize self-care because you're standing in your own truth. It's like, you know, you are allowing even this angelic presence to stand guard and keep you safeguarded and protected, because not everyone has the right to bombard your privacy. So you've anchored trust in the unseen, trust in yourself, trust in what you are meant to focus on. Information that you're receiving that's helping you nourish your mind, your body, and yes, even your pocketbook. Because you do so much for others, and it's time for you to experience the love you deserve and let others help you. And there may be something here too where you've anchored a new support system or a new friend. There may be something with an age difference. Just take that if it resonates. It may not, but I'm just pointing that out. All right, so I get air sign coming through, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and also earth sign. So your own sign, which is Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So let's see what has activated or is currently activating for you now that we know what's anchored here. This new ability of seeing here. Okay, and I also see it's like this Page of Swords is like an alarm system. when something or someone tries to intrude, it's like you get these it's like that's what you've anchored, this ability to really see these warning signs, right? So that you're not getting distracted, because self-care is really important. All right, let's see. See? Oh my God. Yes. Oh my goodness. Capricorn, look, you're protected. You are safe within my bubble of light. You can proceed with confidence. And there is something about, you know, something being kept safe for you. And there may be something with an actual safe, but anyhow, it's like, you know, you have security guards, whether you know this or not, and you don't have to pay them. Isn't that the wonderful thing? You pay them by just honoring your awareness of yourself, them, and what's going on. So you've activated a shield of protection. You've activated this ability to keep things, not just energetic things, but even tangible things, in a place that is safe. Your possessions, your loved ones, you. So you're safe within my bubble of light. You can proceed with confidence. You may have an unexpected friend popping up here in a way. An ally. This is an ally. Okay, when I say friend, it's like an ally. I mean, yes, of course it is a friend. So you are safeguarded right now, Capricorn, to proceed confidently. Because you are seeing something when it comes to what you're supposed to be paying attention to. Okay, now let's find out what Spirit's guidance for you is right now, Capricorn. Spirit's guidance for Capricorn. Just a side note, I'm getting this thing that you've been divinely hidden here. So just trust that. If things have kind of been a little weird, it's because you've been divinely hidden here. Okay, so let's find out what Spirit's guidance to you is. Oh, yeah, so some don't want the light. Don't drag them. You stand in your truth. Because this is the thing. It's like you don't have the time or the energy or the space to drag them. Because remember, you've already anchored self-care, which is going to pay you back in so many ways. So it's like you're right on time here. And I'm also getting fire sign coming through, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Listen to yourself too. When you're finally done with something, you know, feeling burnt out or tired, listen and pull back. But don't feel that you have to, you know, overdo it, or maybe, you know, whether this is personal or professional or a combination, there's nothing that you have to prove. You're just disconnecting from things that are a drag. And there is, you know, new prospects or a new audience or some type of new energy that Spirit is guiding you towards, where it's respected, appreciated. Now, I hope that this was helpful. Love and light. Take care.